Okay, so welcome back, everybody. Um, it is a little after 5, and I would like to um, bring us to our last point, our last agenda item for the day, which is an acknowledgement for the incredible hard work that my colleagues and your colleagues have done over extensive periods of time. Um, both Peter Defer and Tony DeLernia are not going to be part of our council next year. And I just wanted to thank I wanted to thank Peter and Tony. I have a few things I want to mention. Um, I'm trying to find my notes. Give me 1 second. Um, I'm going to start with Peter. Uh, so Peter has been, can everyone hear me okay? You guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't want this to be just me. If anyone else has anything they want to offer, like I said before, please do. But Peter has been a member of the council. I didn't realize this, Peter, but you were from 2009 to 12, and then you had a second term years later. Peter has been instrumental in our ecosystems committee and the RSA committee and HMS committee. He's also been a very, very, very helpful person with New England. I was not able to, given my situation in with just my family situation. Peter he's done an amazing job in representing our council in New England on a number of issues, especially the Habitat Committee. So thank you, Peter, for what you've done there. You've been, I'm not going to read the notes anymore. So Peter, I always I'm better when I just do things like off the cuff. So um, you are always the person that I expect to see a hand raised. No matter what the conversation is, you are always the first person to ask a question, which I love because you start the conversation and you get things going. And I'm going to miss that. I feel like, I'll make a point here. I feel like we don't have today was amazing as far as the conversation we had with both the board and the council, but it's not always that case. But you have always been somebody who, um, throughout all the discussions that we've had, I mean, you bring up lady crabs all the time, as much as you can. And, I personally am going to miss you on the council. I'm going to miss your beer that you brew for us, and I'm just going to miss your participation. So, I hope we can all stay friends and stay in touch, through the council or the commission. And so, Peter, I want to thank you for all of your hard work over the years, and I want to offer you the opportunity if there's anything that you want to if you want to talk to the council at this time. I'm turning the mic over to you.
Well, thank you, my friend Mike Luisi, and I will have to find somebody to pass the geeky comment baton to because nobody else seems to want it. Most of my comments will. And I just offer this to the council. You will be receiving my petition to list lady crabs under the forage amendment. Just don't worry. You will receive it. Thank you, and thank you for your leadership, Mike.
Yeah, and thanks. And I just want to thank you, Peter, for your commitment to the council and your support of me as chair. It's been great working with. I hope this isn't going to be the last time we work together.
I hope not too,
Hopefully,
but I'll bring homebrew in December to Annapolis, which I hope that's an incentive.
that's totally an incentive. Yeah, I hope by December we're going to be able to all get together again, and I really look forward to seeing you and your wife as you step out of the council realm and into other things in your life. So, and maybe you'll be back. I mean, who knows?
Maybe.
It was, we'll see how it goes. But
World's
thank
a
you.
surprising, it's a surprising
Yeah,
place.
I'm
Thank
sorry
you.
I'm sorry I can't shake your hand right now and give you a hug, but that's just what the world has given us right now. So Peter, I just want to thank you so much for the work that you've done. I'm going to look to see if anybody else wants to, make any comment. I see Lee Anderson's hand and Kate Wilkie. So go ahead, Lee.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Lee.
Okay,
Nope.
I'm glad to talk about Peter because but I was actually want to get back in for Tony, but sorry, Peter, that sounds like a chicken shit way to do this. I have enjoyed working with you, and you've always held to the science, and you have a charming bride that comes with you, and that makes it very nice. So I wish you all the best, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Lee. I appreciate that. Let me go to Kate Wilkie, and then we have Ellen Bolin after that. Go ahead, Kate.
Thanks, Mike. I just want to wish Peter the very best. I remember meeting with him in Richmond when he first started this most recent council tenure, and I appreciate your help during my first couple years as a council member, and I look to you as a mentor and a fellow science geek. So I'll miss the interaction that we get to have each of these council meetings, but I know you're still around and you're still going to be involved, I believe, as an advisor on some of the advisory panels. So I'm sure we'll be in touch. But best of luck.
Yeah, thanks, Kate.
Thanks so much, Mike. Mike, if I can interject, I think Kate just accepted the geeky science baton.
Yeah, she might be.
Not
She might
sure
be
that
the
I can
next one.
compete.
I
Not
don't
sure that
know.
I can quite compete with your geeky comments, but I do accept the
But
science
I
on.
yeah, no, I think Kate might fall into that geeky. I don't know. I don't know if Ellen's going to fall into it or not. She's with the state, but Kate could certainly fall into it. But I'd like to just let you know, Peter, that I feel like I had a little bit to do with making sure that you stayed in the program as an advisor based on your experience and your knowledge. So I pushed that through pretty hard, and I'm glad you're going to stay a part of our crew. So that's good. All right, so Lee, we did Kate. Let's go to Ellen. Ellen, do you have something you want to say?
Thank you. I feel like the geeky baton is probably, I would only hope to be able to fulfill those shoes and the science and the expertise that Peter brings. And just to thank him on behalf of Virginia for the leadership that you've brought and for representing Virginia's natural resources, and really, really thankful for all of your help and looking forward to being able to continue to work with you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks. Thank you so much, Ellen. The
Thank
only
you.
thing that could have been better is if they could have cut Steve Hines. Is that Steve Hines? If they could have cut Steve Hines out of that picture, it would have been better. But it's all good. I love the comments, and thank you all for the comments for Peter. Peter, I wish you the best, and you have my number, you have my email, and I hope that we can work with the AP. you know, please let me know if there's anything I can ever do for you. You know, you've been a great council person. And I look forward to continue working with you in a different capacity into the future. So thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so now we have to go to Tony. And I don't even know what to say about Tony. And you guys are going to laugh at me, but Tony started fisheries management when I was in kindergarten. And Tony DeLernia is a name that just, it's epic. He's been a part of the process for so long. I look at my notes here. I don't want to go through all the details, but you know, Tony, you know, you and I talked the other day. I think you said you were part of the fisheries management process for maybe over 30 years.
Yeah, I was originally appointed in 91, but actually in 73, my job as a deckhand on the head boats was to go around and pick up the petitions each day from all the head boats that said past the 200-mile limit that led to the Magnuson Act.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at notes from, and Mary did a really nice job, just so you know, putting information together about the time that you've spent with the council. You know, you've started in 91 and now we're looking at, what's this, 2021? I mean, you've been a part of it for a long time, and you've also done a tremendous and amazing job as our new council liaison to the South Atlantic. And so I want to thank you for that, as well as thanking you for being part of the Demersal Committee as chair over the last year and a half. You know, we didn't have any meetings, but you've been a critical, you know, Tony, I'll just tell you, and I don't know if this is being recorded or not. I don't even.
Let it go, Mike. Let it go. I got a lot to say. So the more you talk, the less I can talk.
Listen, when you say something, people listen, Tony.
Thank you.
And you've been around a long time, and you know, you're a friend of mine. We've had lots of conversations on the phone. I haven't seen you in a long time. I've heard you're doing really well. Your health is better, and
Yep.
you know, I can't wait to see you. I won't even recognize you probably next time I see you, with everything that's going on. But you know, Tony, I mean, as far as fisheries management goes on the East Coast, your name is going to go in, like, if we could put it in bricks and or put it in cement somewhere, you know, you have done everything in your career to make sure that we have good management on our fisheries in the Mid-Atlantic. And you have, you know, you just been a solid person for as long as I've been around. I've been around the council for 10 years. It's nothing compared to you, but you know, I just want to thank you, and you know, hope that as you move on, you know, you told me the other day you're going to step away from management for a little bit, you know, and that's fine. But I hope that you and your wife can enjoy retirement. I know you're down in Tampa all the time, and you know, running charters and running trips. So just enjoy yourself. You've done an amazing job, and all of us on the Mid-Atlantic Council, the Atlantic States Marine Fisheries Commission, and the stakeholders in not only Mid-Atlantic but New England have you to thank for the efforts that you've made over the years. So thank you, Tony. And I'll offer you, you know, if you have if you want to say anything, you know.
Oh yeah, I got a few things to say.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Now, Mike, first of all, to the current and new council members, let me just say that as you eventually look around to your left and to your right, as your fellow council members, understand that over the years, as you sit at the table, you will develop lifelong friendships. And with that, I mean, the number one at the top of my list is Lee Anderson. I mean, truth be told, when I was first appointed to the Mid-Atlantic Council, folks were told, "Oh my God, you got to watch out for this guy Tony Delerny. He's going to be a real troublemaker." And the very first meeting that happens, Lee Anderson comes up to me and says, "Hi, my name's Lee Anderson. Do you like salmon, smoked salmon? I know a place we can go for lunch." And that was the beginning of a 30-year lifelong relationship that I am very proud to have been able to maintain and keep. Alan Weiss, who was a former council member from Pennsylvania, has also become a lifelong member. Warren Elliott, a more recent member of our Mid-Atlantic Council, has become also Warren and I are the two cigar smokers in the council. Warren and I, and actually in anticipation of today's meeting, because I thought we were going to be in person, I managed to score a couple of Cuban cigars
Oh,
over in
jeez.
Ybor City, and Warren, if you're listening in, I'm going to smoke your other cigar because you're not going to have it. Peter Defer, who my scientist geek in common, who discovered all this the relationships between climate change and perhaps climate change and pH changes in seawater and summer flounder recruitment. Peter has become a guest at my house on a regular basis when he visits his daughter in Brooklyn. And Peter and Sharon are always welcome here. My brother from another mother, Dewey Hemmelwright. What can I say? I mean, Dewey and I, on many occasions, are on opposite sides of an issue, yet at the same time, we can sit down and go out and have cocktails together and well, Dewey doesn't drink, but go out and find a place to eat and become friends and talk about problems and try to find solutions. And one member of there's many members of the public that I really have become very friendly with, but another Italian, Greg DiDomenico, from the public. I mean, I'll never forget. That friendship will never go away. Now, and so to my fellow council members, look around and understand that whenever you sit together in public again together, you're going to be forming relationships that will last a lifetime. Bill Hogarth, who's a regular at my home in Tampa on a regular basis, and Steve Morawski also. The second person to come up to me in the Mid-Atlantic Council after I got appointed was Bill Hogarth. And he said, Tony, what do you want? What do you think? I can't do Hogarth's Southern accent, but God bless him. I love him dearly. So now, getting back to my history on the Mid-Atlantic Council. Let me know, Mike, if you're going to cut me off, but I got a couple more minutes to go. And I did have a video presentation.
No, go ahead, Tony. I have somebody's knocking at the door. Let me go on mute and just keep going. You're doing great.
Actually, I see Chris Moore's hand is up, and I wanted to say something about Chris Moore. I've served under every executive director on the Mid-Atlantic Council. And the truth be told, when Lee Anderson told me that they were considering Chris Moore to be the new executive director of the Mid-Atlantic Council, I didn't agree with Lee. And I've made mistakes in the past, and that was probably one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. Chris Moore is probably the best executive director I've worked with from Maine to Florida. And I've worked with some good executive directors because I've been liaisons to both New England and to South Atlantic. And they've had some very good executive directors. But Chris Moore is the best executive director I've worked with. And I really, this council should keep that in mind if you want to take any of my experience as a decision going forward. As far as my experience in the Mid-Atlantic Council, like I said, in '73, my job was to go around and collect the petitions past the Mid-Atlantic, past the 200-mile limit bill. Matter of fact, in '73, way before when the Soviet bloc nations were still fishing off of our coasts. I remember we used to go up alongside those boats that were towing codfish and offshore of our coast. We would go up there and I would stand up in the bow and wave a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. Not a pack, a carton. And next thing you knew, a little basket would come down around the side. And I'd put a carton of Marlboro cigarettes into the basket. And it would get pulled up. And next thing you know, a bottle of vodka would come down. And that's how we learned how to trade with the Soviets in 73 and 74. When I first came to the council in 91, we had a 14-inch minimum size limit of summer flounder. We had a 10-inch minimum size limit of black sea bass. We had a 10-inch minimum size on scup. Today in New York, summer flounders at 19 inches. Black sea bass, I think, is at 15. Scup's at 9 inches. We've done our job. We've done our job very well. But to the recreational community, and here's my message that some of the rec guys may not want to hear. Our technology has advanced to the point that we can catch the very last fish. In 73, we were just getting into Loran Sea, and today the GPS positioning system on my cell phone is probably about 100 times more accurate than what we had in 73. Our sonars are much more accurate. All the skills that I learned as a head boat captain have become obsolete. I used to be able to anchor in 180 feet of water, putting 2,000 feet of cable out on one side and 1,000 feet of cable on the other side to catch black sea bass in 30 fathoms of water. Today, you can use a spot lock. I couldn't believe it. I saw it demonstrated for me the first time down in Tampa, where you push a button and it holds you right over the exact piece of bottom. We can catch, as recreational fishermen, more fish than ever imagined. The only thing that hasn't changed has been the stock. The stock cannot replenish itself faster than we can catch them. And so we're going to have to understand, if we're going to continue to use that technology, we're going to have to use more and more. We're going to have to understand, we're going to have more and more restrictive regulations if we're going to maintain the stocks at the level that we've built them to. I guess that's about all I have to say right now. Unless anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer any questions people have.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute myself right now. And
Yeah,
people are
no,
probably tired
Tony,
of
I don't think anyone has any questions for you. I think there are some people that want to just, say farewell. I can't even believe you're leaving the council. You've been a staple since I started.
You still there, Mikey?
I'm
Something
sorry.
happened.
I
We got cut off.
I put myself on mute. No, I was just saying that I think that there are a few people that want to say a few things, but I just can't believe you're leaving. You've been there since I started, 10, 12, 10, 11 years ago, and I just don't know what it's going to be like without you there. So I'm looking forward to meeting the new folks that are coming in as of tomorrow, and I hope that there'll be support for my continuation of chair, but that's another discussion for another day.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go
Hold
to.
on, Mike. One other thing I want to say. When I first
go
went to
ahead.
the
Go
Middle Lake
ahead,
Council,
Tony.
when I first went to the
It's
Middle
all
Lake
you
Council,
right now. Go ahead.
okay, thanks. When I first went to the Middle Council, the only woman in the room was Joanna Davis, who was the executive secretary. Today, I look around and I see Kylie. I see our staff there. I see the women in the room, and I think that they're doing a great job. And I think Chris has done a great job of putting together a great staff. And I'm very, very proud, maybe as their father or grandfather, to watch these women sitting there and working. And, maybe that sounds kind of corny, but really, it's really good to see that and to know that how far we've come.
And
how-
council members and
You know,
female
really,
council members. Yeah. When I
council
first,
members, of course, council members. It wasn't
Well, you
when I
guys,
sat there,
you guys
when I
weren't.
went there, there was no projection of motions. When I sat there was a cigarette. There was an ashtray at every spot for everybody who smoked on the council table. So things have changed. We've progressed, and I'm very proud to have been part of that progression. I didn't make it happen, but I was included in it, and
I
I'm
understand,
very
Tony.
happy to have been part of it.
I just want you to know, and the other council members that are on the call right now. We had a recent council coordinating committee, which it's the chair, vice chair, executive director from all the councils around the country. And, you know, my departing statement after my review was that Chris Moore and his staff are the best council staff in the country.
I agree.
And, you know, I just left it at that. And, you know, they're amazing. And Chris has done an amazing job, you know, generating the crew that he has. And they're all go-getters. So it's been really good. So thanks, Tony, for that. But I just wanted everybody on the call to know that I also recognize how great our team is for the work that they do. And so let me go. I got a couple people that might have questions or comments for you, Tony. Let's go to Ellen first. Go ahead, Ellen.
Sorry, I think my hand was still up. Sorry about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Eric Reed. Go ahead, Eric. Eric, you're on mute. If you're trying to talk, you're on mute.
Okay, let's start over.
There you go.
Thank you,
That's
thank you,
better.
Mr. Chair.
Yep, go ahead.
So, as the non-voting, as you like to point out, Mr. Chairman, New England liaison, I would like to acknowledge both. I would like to acknowledge both Dr. Defer and Captain Delernia for their participation in a variety of committees in New England over the years. Getting in New England's a pain in the ass, and I know we're very hospitable most of the time, but every once in a while we have a little faux pas. But I just wanted to express my personal thanks and wish you both the best of luck. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Eric,
I appreciate
you know
that,
what?
Eric.
Eric,
As
you're
long
one
as-
of the guys I did never ever want to debate because I knew, oh Jesus, this guy's really smart. I got to go up against this guy. This is gonna be tough.
Yeah, he's too smart for the rest of us. As long as he can't vote, that's fine with me. You know, it's all good. Let's go. I want to go to Chris Moore and then Lee Anderson. I see your hand. Let's go to Chris first. Go ahead, Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and more importantly, thank you, Tony and Peter for your years of service to the council. I've known Tony for over 30 years. I mentioned that he started on the council back in 1991. I actually started with the council in 1988, so I was on a few years before Tony started, and actually knew him even before he got on the council, so I've known him for a long time. And thank you, both Tony and Mike, for your kind words and your words about the staff. We have an excellent staff, and thanks everyone for your continued support for me and for the staff. I just want to point out to you, Peter, and to you, Tony, that you both have done excellent in terms of your service to the council. You've taken on some very difficult tasks over the years, and you've represented and served the council well. And I'm very disappointed that we couldn't get together in Philadelphia. I think everyone on the call recognizes that we had a great reception plan for tonight. And unfortunately, obviously, we can't do that. But I do hope that we're able to do something in Annapolis, and we're going to start making plans for Annapolis. So I hope both you, Peter, and Tony can be there to receive your award. So with that, again, thank you for your service, and I'll miss you both. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I hope that, you know, in a few months, you know, Annapolis is my backyard. So let's hope maybe we can all get together and, you know, have a reception where we can say hello to our friends that we missed for the last couple of years. I appreciate that, Chris. I'm going to go to Lee Anderson next. Go ahead, Lee.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep, we're here.
Okay,
You're loud and clear.
will say that Tony is my pal, and I will say that one evidence of that is he is the only guy who made the wedding of my daughter Bronwyn and my son Pierce, and he was a great participant at both of those. And in that line, I would like to say that I am the only guy I think of, although this is not about me, it's about Tony, that I was at Philadelphia when he left the council X years ago, where X is a very long number. And I'm here now, and I'm very proud to say goodbye to you twice. Congratulations, Tony. You hang in there.
God bless you, Lee. I'll see you soon. Luann and I will come down and see you and Sheila in the next few weeks or whatever. We'll take a ride down.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. So we're gonna start to wrap things up. I do want to say to Lee, my daughter is looking at University of Delaware for going to college, so I may be in touch.
Please do. I would be happy to have her, and we love those times.
Oh, you
come in.
can have her and keep her if you want.
No,
She's-
you say that now, but you'll regret that later. She's
Oh
gonna
my
be a
God, she's
lovely
such a
young
piece of
woman.
work. She's
Yeah.
such a piece of work, but she's thinking about University of Delaware. So I may call you, Lee, to see if
Okay,
you can
buddy.
pull some strings. Tony and Peter, you guys are amazing and awesome. I'm sorry we couldn't do this in person, but thanks for your time over the last half an hour or so to provide some thoughts and comments. I hope to keep in touch with both of you, and I'm sure as well as others on the call, other council members. So thank you so much for all of the effort that you've put in over the years. And I'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
everybody.
Take care. Thank you
We
very
accept
much.
the challenge. Bye. Thanks.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
take care, guys. We'll see you soon.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, stay
Thanks,
safe.
everyone.